Go live, go live. Musiknya masih ada. Copyright ntar.
Ya nggak ada tegar di itunya, di streamnya.
Speak.
Ah, masih ada wave 4 lawan bos si anjing. Kaget gue.
Tiduran.
Wasu mati gak kalah. Anjing tuh.
Aduh.
Ini udah mulai susah banget.
Kok kamu kasar?
Lu.
Lo orang nggak bisa hantam aku, bukan Cina. Aduh.
Yang resource dulu deh guys ya. Abis ini masih ada lagi guard lawan bos ini. Wave 4 nya. Udah round 11. Gak bakal bintang 2.
It will be the final vote soon. It's a stunning victory for us. Cheers!
Cheers! May the peace be with us.
You're in a good mood.
Mr. Hausenger.
You must be in the wrong room.
Miss
You can't find those
Hausenger.
things until Balderdash here.
Yoi.
What brings you here, our honorable committee member?
May I have a word with you, Bernard?
Nggak bisa. Kecuali udah nggak bisa, udah 14.
Let me check my watch again. It's 3 in the afternoon.
Il.
I don't think I've drunk that much.
Dipindah.
Lah.
Could you repeat that again?
Crit. Minimal crit.
Enggak.
Nggak ada crit sama sekali. Crit?
Ya, crit.
Nggak apa-apa lah, 2 bintang aja minimal.
1. Emang cuma ada 2 bintang. Lu paling cuma bintang 1 doang.
For you.
To be more precise, to form a partnership.
Nggak bisa sih.
My. What a creative
1 bintang
idea.
doang.
What can you offer? Not supporting such a stupid draft next time? Or recruiting new arcanists for our caucus?
16
What
ya
about
guys ya.
a witness
Minimalnya berapa?
for the
15?
case of Chicago
15.
office?
15 13 sih? Lebih 1 ya guys ya.
Who is it? Give me the name.
I will, if you collaborate with me. Or talk to me with a better attitude.
I'm sorry. Our philosophies have always been different, and that led to prejudice. But being mysterious won't show us sincerity for each other, right?
A staff of mine is willing to testify as a witness. Her report can prove your point.
YOLO, dia cakep banget.
Strong enough to prove their
Bakal playable kayak ya? Katanya enggak deh.
It depends on the special
Enggak,
prosecutor.
udah tenang.
But the evidence is strong enough to prove that you're innocent
Cuman
from setting up others
di
out of your personal
cerita bagian
interest.
sini doang.
Looks like you've got your own little bird. The management there sucks. They don't serve humans or arcanists. They're just puppets manipulated by money.
Money.
Order back to that place.
Masih bisa sih kalau
And
gitu.
I've collected quite a
Menang
lot of
dua.
evidence against them. Yet the most ridiculous thing happened. The second week after I submitted the investigation application to the Supreme Court, the evidence was gone. My men found their charred pieces in the garbage room. Someone threw them into the shredding incinerator. It was like I could do nothing but surrender.
You have a wolf by your ears. I understand.
But you're asking for too much. 11 votes. We're on the opposite side. I can never persuade all of them to vote for you. Besides, the court session of the Chicago case starts later than the final vote. Don't tell me you want the service before you pay for it.
Don't worry. You can vote after testifying.
How are you gonna do that?
I will do what I can in my power. The vote won't start so soon.
I can try for 9 votes, or 10, for the appreciation of your political resourcefulness.
Capres anjing.
Emang paling bener ini. Aduh.
Anis.
Good luck making
Kau lihat
exceptional
community
laws.
channel YouTube guys.
Community channel.
Coba lihat.
Ini sih, ini hidup terus anjing ya udah ntar.
Lihat
Iya harus hidup terus.
akun YouTubeku terus habis itu community. Ngawur.
Dan alter.
Ngawur.
Aja Pak Bro mana?
Orang lain lu ngomong maaf ya nggak stream dulu gitu di community chatnya, community postnya. Kita ntar tak hapus deh, ngawur banget. Ketok ya, kayaknya.
Come in.
Loh, Anis namanya Pedra. Tapi kami sebut saja Anis.
I'm here to report the situation so far. Some neutral
naikin
parties
level aja.
have tilted in favor of the
Mana?
draft.
Mentok 50 lagi saya.
How many?
Not a lot of them, but enough to make the votes even. They have always pursued revolution in the Foundation. Looks like Mark has finally persuaded them.
Nggak bisa nge-damage tuh ya. Waduh. Sekarang Ci. Mati.
What? Hah? Wait, what?
Di ulti. Makanya lo harus pakai
Darah masih banyak nih anak.
harus pakai itu ultinya Corn biar musuhnya nggak ngulti.
Oh ini ya si Brookholm. Tadi gue ngeliat ultinya, gue lagi fokus inin kartu doang aja.
Dipindah-pindahin
I heard
dong
Missy
yang
has been
nggak
working
ditambahin
hard on
skillnya
canvassing
ya.
too.
Nggak dikenal moxinya.
But the number of the conservatives remains the same. We don't.
Other groups.
Still functioning as usual. Nothing special. By the way, Bernard and his men paid a visit to SPDM. I didn't get to talk to them.
Dunia nyata bahas politik di sini, bahas
Thank you for the
politik
report.
aja. Bisakah aku tidur sebentar ya?
Warak politik gitu.
She's never been so persistent. Do you know why she's been so different this time, Pedro?
I didn't realize you had time to invite me to play table tennis. Or are you actually here to lobby, Madam Z?
I'll say both, Cats. Back then when I was a student, I'd often invite my classmates to play ping pong after we left the laboratory. A cold shower after getting soaked in sweat is a piece of memory I can't forget.
You remind me of the old days in the table tennis varsity. You're the only one I can practice with here. Serve it, Madam Z. Let's compete.
Jangan ini yang ground.
Saya ngapain? Gak punya, aku masih
Lah.
level segini tok lo.
Udah start aja.
Look at my back.
Ih anjing sama kayak Tegar. Tidak. Ini chapternya sama kayak lu anjir lagi ngelawan itu juga, Cok. Ya. Hadudat baru mau ke balap semua orang baru main.
Loh, aku tuh game apa ya?
Whose heart is
Streamer
beating so loud?
santai.
I hear something.
Wanna watch the aerial
Santai dulu
stunts?
nggak sih?
Don't be so furious. Agents have guns. It's
A
called
little
common
trick.
sense.
Kok damage cuma satu?
Iya, harus bertahan. Harus depan.
Oh, ya udah pakai DK.
A tooth for a tooth.
Tuh.
An eye for an eye. A tooth for a tooth. Noble or lowly. Sin, feel it pain and know with regret.
Kapan ada lagi berganti?
An eye for an eye.
Fine. Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
Noble or lowly. Sin,
A little trick. Right win.
Oh, ini seberapa banyak kita nyerang itu dia bakal nyerang gitu loh.
Begitu.
Whose heart is beating so loud?
A tooth for a
Fine.
tooth.
Don't be so furious.
Feel it pain and know with regret.
Don't blink.
Ya mau ulti ya Amimer.
Wanna watch
Nggak
fun?
ngaruh men, chill.
Wanna watch the aerial
Yeah.
stunts? Oh.
Saya
Don't blink.
Masa nggak
A
dapet
little trick.
Broklum ya? Corn bloom.
Hey, I'm the support staff.
Gak ada damage.
I hear something.
Fine.
The law is above all else.
Oh.
Chill.
Red 38 is the
Backhand shot. Great.
Wah, cakep, Cok.
Again. Ready to go. Hey. Nice shot.
We're planning to revise some articles in the draft.
Which articles?
The articles about strengthening the control of registered arcanists. You're
Punya
right.
aku.
We do need to improve the credibility of the foundation in the outside
Mama aku mau
world.
Voyager.
Tell me more.
The timekeeper's power to discipline should be
Miss
transferred back to
Hauser.
the School of Discipline and the Foundation. The Foundation will conduct a unified risk assessment on arcanists to ensure this team is always
Ngantuk
under
aku,
control.
aduh. Apakah
But in fact, it still belongs to the
tidur
timekeeper,
saja?
right?
That is our minimum requirement. And you will not
Baru
change.
16 menit.
Nih.
Wih, apa ini?
I didn't expect you to compromise.
It's not a compromise. It's a reasonable amendment to the draft. Transferring the power of education and discipline to the Foundation will help lower the budget and reduce the pressure on Burton.
And you would even lobby an opponent, me, for this amendment.
A reasonable appeal
Wih, keren.
shouldn't be rejected just
Suaranya
because
keren.
it is raised by a different faction. The Foundation needs solidarity, not contradiction. If the draft is meant to pass,
Bola pingpongnya lebih cepat ketika beatnya lebih cepat
to
tadi.
meet most expectations. Just like this ping pong game. Friendship first, competition second. Legislation
Gila,
shall serve the
suaranya enak
people.
buat ini Voyager.
Iya, real.
You have my vote, Madam Z.
Aku akan selalu
A vote
mendukung
is not the only thing
Miss
I need.
Changer ini satu ini. Tak vote 10 kali pun, guys. Sih.
Ini Voyager, voice line-nya jarang ngomong.
Aduh. Waduh.
Nah, ini baru ngomong.
This trial is mine to judge. An eye for an eye. A tooth for a tooth.
Whose heart is
An
beating so
eye for
loud?
a tooth for a tooth.
Don't be so furious.
Pay for thy sins with thy blood. Feeleth pain and knoweth regret. An eye for an eye.
I see it sharp.
hear something.
A tooth for a tooth.
I know the moon, and this is an alien city. Agents have guns. It's called common
Noble
sense.
or lowly, sin shall be punished.
Gue sekarat.
Resistance is
It's
futile.
alright. Whose heart is beating? Shh. I hear something.
An eye for an eye.
Talking out calms people down.
Biasa.
Agents have guns. It's called
The
common
law
sense.
is above all else.
Nah, ini baru low bos ya.
It's alright.
A tooth for a tooth.
I believe in you.
An eye for an eye. The law is above all else.
Sempre caro mi su quest'ermo gole.
Feel it pain and know with regret.
Whose heart is beating so
Off thou
loud?
go.
Shh. I hear
Off
something.
thou go. An eye for an eye.
Talking out calms people down.
Thou shalt make an atonement for thy sins. In full. Pay for thy
Nyaris
sins with thy
banget.
blood.
Wah, damage-nya gede banget. No, mati ini ya.
A tooth for a tooth.
My sword sharp. I believe in you.
An eye for an eye.
My sword sharp. So long lives this, and this gives power to thee.
Feel it pain and know with regret.
I know the moon, and this is an alien city.
Jadi 418 nanti 420 lawan bos.
A tooth for a
Depict
tooth.
the world I have never seen
420 lawan
before.
bos.
Whose heart is beating so loud? The
418
world I have
sekarang.
never seen before.
Nah sekarang 420 lawan bos. Ini 4
Sword
kan?
sharp.
Ini 4 kan?
Talking out calms people down. Each moment, now night.
20 atau 4 berapa ya? Karpet.
Lenia sereno intenso ad infinito.
Aku lupa. Oh 421 ding.
Stay low profile.
421 lawan bos.
Ping pong. Ping pong. Ping pong. Ping pong. Ping pong. Ping.
Ping pong, ping
Pong.
ping pong.
Yep, agreed. It's too noisy. You were looking at the little ball made of plastic. It hops from left to right, making an annoying sound. But all we can do to it is look at it. Just like all you can do to me is tolerate my existence. For both of us have nowhere to go. Ha! Look at your frowning face. Your face wrinkles from the eyebrows to the nose tip, but people can barely see those light furrows. We know what that means. You have a poker face, and it's never your fault. But for now, your face is not the thing that matters. Well, maybe for someone it is, but still, it's not. You know what really matters? The game. Yes, it's the game. Of course the game matters. Everyone loves the game. They gather at the stadium yelling or roaring vehemently. They choose one team to become its fan and spend good money on a team uniform or an autographed ball. Yet, it's just a ball. You see where I'm coming
Just
from?
a ball.
Just
Ball.
a ball.
Bola.
Its outline, a circle, could be found in any geometry textbook and anywhere in this world. When the first hominid picked up a coconut and threw it to the sky, and caught it, and threw it, and caught it, and threw it again, when she felt joy and yelped, had she ever thought of the future? The future where a simple ball has become so complicated and enchanting. Now we call it the present. Yes, sure. Complicated and enchanting. Use your silly and smart head to think about this ball game carefully. The complex scoring rules, the harsh requirements for reactive agility, the countless possible foul points. Your fingers, your wrists and arms, a correct way of using them will lead to victory. What matters more is, like every ball game, it focuses on how you serve the ball and hit it back. It's not an easy job as it sounds. When you are in the game, you need to concentrate. Where will the ball come from and how will you return it to your opponent? You need to figure that out within half a second. Use your power in a proper way. Move your feet in a stable pace. Inhale and exhale at the right timings. Ping, pong, ping, pong, ping, pong, ping, pong. The sound will last forever and ever, until that bouncing little thing falls to either side of the court.
Ing aku ngantuk parah.
Oh, pagi sekali lah ya.
Ahmad.
Pagi banget.
Bagus sekali live-nya. Iya, kalau aku mainnya pagi sama malam. Siangnya ya mau ngapain aja bebas sih, mau bubuk, mau makan.
Apa iya?
Iya dong, go outside. Siangnya go outside.
Constantine.
Chairwoman.
Has the voting started? You see, here is the number of votes I have estimated. The pro drafts will lose by 5 votes to their opponent. Don't forget our bet.
Whoa,
the one who loses will pay for the new stamps.
The final vote is not today, I'm afraid. Zi's speech is still ongoing. She has just started the part on Article 3, Section 5 of the Rules of Procedure. But the speech has already lasted 7 hours. Even some delegates have left.
What? A filibuster?
Yes, and Katz's
Kayaknya
speech
jadi
will be
wibu
right
di rumah
after
nonton
that.
anime nggak keluar kamar.
So,
Bukan
I
aku
guess
itu.
the final vote won't start until tomorrow.
Bukan aku.
That won't make a difference.
Aku bukan
Delaying the
wibu.
vote won't change the result.
Kita anak normal.
I don't know yet.
Bohong.
I didn't expect that she would be trying so hard. But for me, this is not necessarily bad news. The filibuster will only have 2 outcomes. It is either one of the parties wins over 2/3 of support and gains victory, or both parties get stuck in a tug of war.
Nice.
If this tug of war doesn't end with a clear outcome, the Storm Reformation will end up completely dead and forbidden to be discussed within 5 years. Are the stakes getting too high?
Masih berusaha karena di situ. Masih berusaha di 20.
Madam Vice President.
Tuh, Ahmad.
Mr. President came back from
Kamu nggak
Maximus.
ngapa-ngapain kah?
I will go see him now.
He's waiting for you in the office.
Ahmad Antares, mengapa kamu tidak apa ya? Kok gua
Tidak pun subscribe akun Haru-Haru. Elek, jelek. Aduh.
Aku masuk kelas dulu bang, silakan.
Oke.
Mr. President.
Kelas dulu sana.
Good day to you, sir. May the peace be with us.
May the peace be with us.
Are you feeling better these days?
Look at that kick.
I can
Look
still
at that
hang
kick.
in for a few
Small.
years. Thank you.
Are they doing all right?
Titip salam kalau ada Bang
Just
Kids.
as
Aduh.
usual. Nothing to worry about.
Mentor kah? Orangnya kerja mungkin.
I'll stay in the Foundation these months. The agenda is well arranged. There is something more important that I must tell you in person. That meant a lot of Maya. And then the more.
Siapa ini? Orang berwarna hitam.
This is their judgment.
Yes.
Presiden.
Then I have no objection to it.
Hold tight, my friend.
Excuse me. I have to admit I was surprised.
Halo Bang, halo Rara.
Thank you for telling me this.
Datang.
Udah ada. Udah level 34 ay. Iya emang. Kalau kamu money spender mungkin juga bisa sama kayak dia. Sana kompetitif sana. Aku sih punya sepuh yang udah 3.
Paulina also once stood here.
Aduh dia.
A human, a member of the St. Pavlov Foundation. She started from here, took 33 steps and a half, turned left, opened the door, and then turned right, went on for another 5 meters. She stopped and opened the historical intelligence cabinet.
Apa ini?
Human-like.
Usara
A
lawan bosnya
standard
aja.
human. Grave-looking, rational thinking, efficient acting. She was digging in the files. The only touch of bright color on her was across her neck. A blue polka dot scarf, tied in the French way. The scarf was there to cover up a nevus on her skin, a lonely dark spot that lacks a symmetric counterpart on the other side of the neck. Is a mark too random and out of place to exist.
Ini orang yang ngomong kayak gini wujudnya gimana sih? Aku masih penasaran.
It was the 1931 file.
Baca laut yang satu ini.
1935 one. She hasn't gotten there yet. But there is another folder which has caught her attention. On December 28th, 1932, on the wonderful day of the Holy Innocents in Mexico, 13 Arcanist High School students attacked the crowd during the nighttime celebration. They claimed the Oracle had uttered to them, from the inside of a gigantic Cordia Eleanoides that they had to shoulder the responsibility to protect the people. So they took their wands and knives, carried bottles of potion of concocted picric acid and nitrocellulose, and walked into the festival market like any. Their attack led to 17 deaths. 6 were injured, among which 4 were disabled for life. One young girl among the attackers couldn't physiologically stop her hysterical laughter, even when she was under arrest. She quivered convulsively, with her hands twitching tightly on 31-centimeter long pruning shears. She kept muttering the word bakoti, which is the common way to call the Cordia Eleanoides among the lumber dealers. In the Aztec civilization, it means giant mouth. Any mouth can talk. In this case of mass hysteria, this was the one true rule. Hysteria, madness, paranoia, hearing voices or seeing things. These abnormalities are the sparks flying in the air, and arcanists are like dry cotton. The encounter of the two will cause a fire. Paulina complained quietly. She accused the danger of fire, the risk of heat. One can hardly hold no grudges against the flame when it is hidden next to you patiently.
Mataku lama-lama menutup.
She started to mutter something of a more extreme nature. She was carried away, forgot that each individual has their own right even in a collective body. She forgot what public opinion can do to subtly influence a community. Her eyes were fixed on the scarlet flame. Racist thoughts crept silently into her blonde-haired, beautiful head like a cunning centipede. Fortunately, this is not yet the end of the story. Paulina still had her chances to change. Change. Yes. An alteration. Everybody has to change. You can improve your living standards, pay for prettier white clothes, drive around in a limo painted in bright pink. Anything to prove that you're as much of a man as those tough warriors in ancient Europe.
Udah mati, jadi 4. Bisa dibunuh lagi, tapi harus majuin dulu yang kotak di atas.
Or you can try the bitter side of life. A life so bad that every weekend you have nowhere to go but lie on a couch hollowed out by your dog and pick your nose. You pick it hard just to locate and take out the hardest, largest booger that irritates your nasal membranes to stop the endless sneezing. The change of Paulina started from a question. A senior staff of the Foundation walked to her, flipping through the pages of the same folder and asked, "But Paulina, how are you going to deal with the fire?"
Cek dulu atasnya coba.
On the next page, the survivors started a new life under the supportive measures, and the crazy children have left their poor family, leaving the violence and harassment behind, and moved into a sanatorium with white walls.
Sama. Kasusnya sama. Hancurin tuh tangan kanan tuh.
Bentar.
Ya, kurang lebih. Hancurin dulu yang tangan kanan biar.
Aduh. Iya.
The record of the follow-up visits showed that they have stayed mentally stable since. They learned to calm themselves and overcame drug addiction and alcohol abuse. Some of them were even married. Between the last 2 pages, there lies a thank you letter. The name signed at the end of the letter went on for 2 lines, and the last name ends with a cheerful strike going up, like a smiley face. The fire is always there, Paulina. We need to find a way to live with it, not to extinguish it. Keep them somewhere safe, like a high shelf, and away from the fuel. Watch over the temperature. Maybe teach them to burn in a manner that no one, including themselves, would be hurt. Division and confrontation have never taken this world to a better place. They went on talking for a bit more. About the responsibilities of this job, about personal liabilities, about hatred, about the minorities, about the practices that ought to be taken to realize ideas. Young Paulina had changed. Drops of tears seep out from the bottom of that pair of beautiful green eyes. Nevertheless, this is my favorite episode. We should watch it again. Look at where you are. Paulina also once stood here.
Nggak, tadi nggak hancur-hancurin ke atas.
Makanya anjing ini lama banget hancurnya.
Nggak, tadi lumpuh. Nah,
As witness?
Yes.
lu keseringan move
Your
anjir
report means a lot
sampai
to him.
nggak nyerang.
I can provide the report, but I have no experience in court hearings. If I say something wrong, will it affect the special prosecutor's decision?
Soneto, testifying is not taking exams. The court doesn't need a skillful witness. Just honestly tell them what you saw. Focus on the point and don't distort the facts. The Supreme Court, they value the sense of justice of the youth.
Sense of justice.
And that's a noble quality you have.
I will do my best, Madam Z.
Susah gitu ya kalau lu nggak bawa apa?
Call the
shield.
witness.
Kan tim gua kan nggak ada yang itu. Gua full DPS tim gua.
Greetings. May the peace be with us.
May the peace be with
Yoi.
us.
Karena resource gua
Senator,
udah semua
as
udah masuk sana.
informed by the subpoena, you have been called forth by the
Tidak
accuser,
mengeluarkan resource
Bernard Wilson, to testify as the witness in court. Could you specify the relationship between you and the accuser?
We did not know each other. I heard of him at work, but we rarely worked together.
Then why did he call you?
I was one of the parties involved in the 1929 storm incident. I submitted a detailed report of that. He searched the database and found the report, so he made a request for access to my supervisor, Madam Z. Then, Madam Z asked if I would be willing to provide the report and attend court as witness.
Could you tell me the reason why you agreed to testify?
My immediate supervisor is having a long-term treatment, and there are more time slots available on my schedule. I am happy to be able to make a difference during the time and defend the established facts. More importantly, I personally believe that there is still much room for improvement for the Foundation's office in Chicago in the United States.
Udah sekolah lain.
What is this, Miss Senato?
This is a record of all my travels from the time I received the promotion order in the research center to go to the office in Chicago in the United States, to the time I went back to the headquarters of the Foundation when the storm came. This is the field report and diary I wrote about the storm in 1929.
What point do you make?
I would like to prove that the Foundation's office in Chicago in the United States violated the Declaration, Fight for the Peace and Order of Mankind, and the rights of some humans and arcanists.
You're tarnishing our reputation! I request a debate duel. I won't allow her to distort the truth like this.
Mr. Seth, I haven't checked these files yet. Silence, please.
Hari-hari pengen debat,
Your
hari-hari
Honor,
pengen
you can
tanding.
examine the files one by one while we're having the debate duel. I can't bear to see the long history of our office slandered in this way by a newcomer. I demand a duel with her.
Dikit-dikit duel, malah dikit duel.
Senato is an investigator with rich combat experience. There is no good dueling with her. Do you accept the debate duel?
I have no objection, madam.
Nggak bisa langsung bunuh.
Please to the stage, duelists. The debate during your duel will be faithfully recorded. 3 defeats in the debate of one side will end the duel. You have the floor now.
Oke. Wih, jangan boleh bawa 3, men. Mati 1, hilang.
No wingman is needed.
This trial is mine to judge.
I have decades of historical materials of the office and know it better than anyone else.
Wih, sombongnya.
Well, you were in office for just 3. What makes you think your testimony is more valuable than my materials?
Whether the history is long or short, it does not affect the valid. Article 78 of
Oh,
the
nggak bisa.
International Law of Procedure states, any individual who has knowledge of the case and has an independent will is obliged to testify as witness. Hereon, I shall prove the value of my testimony.
A tooth for a tooth, an eye for an eye. Pay for thy sins with thy blood.
Oh, langsung ulti ya ini orang. Kok bisa? Welo.
Karena bisa.
Nggak masuk akal.
For a tooth. Atop the scale of justice, feel it paid and know with regret. Noble or lowly, sin shall be punished.
Ini orang ngajak adu duel kan sama Dike. Salah, bray. Dike nggak bakal mati.
Feel it paid and know with regret. Off thou go. A tooth for a tooth, thou shalt make an atonement for thy sins in full. Feel it paid and knoweth regret. An eye for an eye. A tooth for a tooth. An eye for an eye. Noble or lowly, sin feeleth pain and knoweth regret. A tooth for a tooth, off thou go. Noble or lowly, sin thou shalt make an atonement for thy sins in full. A tooth for a tooth. Atop the scale of justice. The law is above all else. Feel it pain and knoweth regret.
Tiga satu yang nge-heal, satunya nge-damage, satu yang nge-heal, satu yang nge-damage, satu yang gitu-gitu terus.
An eye for an eye. Off thou go.
Tidak bisa mati.
The law is above all else.
Aduh Bayuan.
For thy sins in full.
February 14th, 1929, after the storm. Half of the staff in the office were absent from work. I learned that this was permitted by the director. They were required to sell alcohol in speakeasies at night to make a profit for the office.
Salah deh, jangan dikit
The
duluan.
malpractice at daytime was therefore tacitly approved. This can be found in photo appendix number 3-12-8.
Slander! It's individual behavior of the employees who do not comply with the rules.
Atop the scale of justice. Atop the scale, an eye for an eye. Pay for thy sins with thy blood. Pay for thy sins with thy blood. Atop the off thou go. Noble or lowly.
Ya kayaknya jangan pakai dikit dulu deh.
Make an atonement for thy sins in full.
Salah. Ulang. Mesti menang seganti menang, cuman habisan round. Ini dulu deh. Ini DK akhir. Let's go.
Look at my back.
I have decades. Well, you were. What makes you?
Whether the history, Article 70, hereon, I shall prove the value.
Fine. Wanna watch the aerial stunts? Right win. Oh. Whatever. Сколько? Wanna watch the aerial stunts? Swallow my exhaust.
Ini 6.000.
February 14th, half of the staff in the office, they were required the malpractice.
Slander!
Fine. Wanna watch the aerial stunts? A little trick. Oh. Whatever. Wanna watch the aerial stunts? Swallow my exhaust. Oh. Gee. Fine. Wanna watch the aerial stunts? Don't blink.
That morning, an hour and a half before my encounter with Timekeeper, a procession appeared in the square in front of the office. They were mostly humans, with a few arcanists. They were protesting against the high registration fee charged by the office for registering their identity information. In addition, There was a
Korupsi
racial
gitu.
brawl in the square, but the office did not send anyone to pacify the crowd or maintain the order.
Do you have any evidence?
I wrote them in my diary. Does that count as evidence?
Yes. Please tell me which page it is on.
Ceh. Mukanya lu kayak Donald Trump.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts? Don't blink. A little
Oh, ini
trick.
bos. Aduh. Jangan.
ВДВ. Сколько побед? Wanna watch the aerial stunts? Swallow my exhaust. A little trick.
Mati.
May the peace be with us. Take it easy.
Memorize the script before you open your mouth, Miss Sonetto.
Songong.
My sword sharp. I believe in you. My sword sharp. So long lives this, and this gives power to thee. Sempre caro mi fu quest'ermo cole. I believe in you.
Gue ulti lagi dia orang. Ngomong-ngomong.
Depict the world. You found the right verse for me. Each moment, now night. Lenia sereno intenso ad infinito.
Mau meninggal di sana
I
tadi.
believe my sword sharp. I believe in you. My sword sharp.
Oh enggak, masih bisa.
So long lives this, and this gives power to thee. Lenia sereno intenso ad infinito.
These are all insignificant glitches. To be honest, you can find similar problems in any large institution in the world. As long as we manage the office in a different way or change the staff, it would be improved. But you claimed that we violated the Declaration of Peace. This is pure slander, gross defamation.
I am not slandering the office. Schneider. You refuse to offer a human, no, an entire family, the shelter of the Foundation.
Using troops?
Schneider, a friend we met in Chicago. She once chose to join the Foundation under the pressure of both the Storm and Manus Vindicte. But instead of offering any solution or help, you just gave her a rejection letter. I found this letter in her suit pocket. It had a small line written on it. Poppers, fuck off.
I had completely no idea what this was about. Not to mention the fact that no one at the office had ever heard of the storm. What help could they offer?
In this particular case, you should have reported to the headquarters or to the investigators out there, instead of doing nothing but leaving an insult. I do not understand why there was such wording on it. Was it because she did not pay enough shelter fee to qualify for sheltering? Or was it because the wand she used was transformed by Arcanum, which made you think she was an Arcanist?
Jadi kalau jadi anime keren.
Does not the Declaration of Peace say,
Adu
everyone strong or
bacot.
weak, rich or poor, of any race deserves a helping hand so that the existing peace and order shall be maintained?
Langsung jatuh ya.
They were humans.
Berlutut ya.
If only they had made it to the headquarters sooner.
Kok nggak tutup kepala ya.
Tugar. Kata Amar, dia nggak ada yang ngajak start Valorant nih sama CS. Mau gas nggak kalau MVP gue kasih di
In the
Discord deh.
particular circumstance at present,
Lagi baik
it's
nih.
impossible
Lihat WA,
for
lihat
the
WA.
headquarters to take in humans from all over the world.
Amar,
But you bring out
ada
the
yang ngajak start
possibility.
Valorant sama
The possibility
CS.
better than
Kalau
anything
MVP
that
gue kasih di
happened.
Discord dah. Lagi baik nih.
Thank you very much
Ngeri,
for
ngeri.
your testimony,
Sparring ya.
Miss Soneto. And
Boleh.
also
Oke,
for the
boleh.
debate, Mr. Seth.
Sparring tuh maksudnya ngelawan mereka.
Kayaknya iya deh, kayak nyari lawan gitu loh. Gas lah.
I seem to be
Tanya
too
kapan tadi?
emotional just now.
Kayak terima-terima aja, kayak orang di sini ada.
Asyik lawan mereka boleh.
Ngit orang aja.
Boleh gas. Ayo.
Miss Soneto.
Emang dia bisa?
Nggak bisa kan?
Emang
Caca
dia
nggak
bisa?
You brought us a great debate.
Kan dia nggak bisa.
Nuno, ubah.
Tengok soalnya nggak suka gue. Hanya kalau
Have you
gitu
heard
ya
of the
udah,
Supreme
langsung
Court?
kita gaskan.
You should come
Sebaiknya
and you're
CS.
free.
CS emang bisa ya? Sekarang ngajak Valo, Valo gue ada update kayaknya.
Iya. Parah kelas makan cukup.
Jadi pocket bank-nya itu. Bro. Me not holding back. Soalnya topreknya gua, makasih. Ya gua tahu, emang biasanya gua kan gitu langsung maju aja. Bodoh amat menang kalahnya kan.
Wah ini Ro, lihat Ro.
Hah? Yoi. Enggak aja tapi nungguin Voyager.
Mas,
Terguncang.
I was told you have something important to share. Yes, the filibuster is about to end. Z told me they are going to end the speech and apply for the official vote at noon.
If you're going to continue with the debate, don't forget to send your men. Do you see Bernard over there? Yes. Quite a lot of his men attended today. They have remained uncommitted to Storm Reformation so far. I thought they wouldn't bother to attend. The opposition side doesn't need a dozen more votes to win, after all. But the advocates of the draft do.
Sekarang jam 1 nggak bisa. Tapi gue lagi update kalau sekarang.
There will be a new draft given to you in 2 hours. I brought together a revision group last night with some hired experts. We have adjusted some of the articles in the previous draft. I will need you to present it to everyone when the time comes.
What for? Is that draft going to be adopted? Draft is going to be adopted, isn't it?
There are things that even I cannot maneuver.
Satu lagi siapa?
All I can do is bring benefits to as many people as possible. I have specifically made some amendments to the clearance to educate and discipline unregistered arcanists in Section 3 on page 21, as well as the duties and obligations of the Timekeeper's Special Team in Section 1 on page 40. Every arcanist assigned to the Timekeeper's department will be put through the Foundation's risk assessment and graded accordingly. Ordinary arcanists only need to receive primary artificial somnambulism training.
Terus sekarang apa tuh? Oh iya ding, sekarang Rabu. Aduh maaf.
Delegate Mark also submitted another
Kebel Jumatan aku pengen.
similar to this one.
Is that
Apa
so?
Rabu tengah malam, Bu?
Well, very well. I'm pleased we have reached a consensus even before we meet. Here are more things we have revised. Given their resistance to the storm, the Timekeeper's special team will take up more work related to Manus Vindictae. The Foundation will utilize their abilities. We've also fine-tuned the details. They will be given more executive power while the Foundation retains control over all things. Remember, we have to make everyone aware of these changes before the voting starts. We have to make sure this version of the proposal is the one that gets the final approval in the end.
Understood. Can't believe this is happening. Huh. The first revolution targeting arcanists in the past decades. Don't forget my stamps for this quarter, Constantine.
Buset.
I'm so tired that my eyes are failing me. No, it's not the time to relax. Just 2 more hours. Hang in there. It will end soon.
Oh, 20. Orang kesasar nih malah
roast
kurus
leg
dan lain
of
sebagainya.
lamb, Wellington steak, Turkish kebab. Oh, I want meat.
Tanya lah.
Are you hungry? Worry not. The leaves of the potatoes we planted have turned yellow. Struvis said this is the harvest time.
Yeah.
Let's dig them out and make shepherd's pie.
Potato? Vegetable? No, I don't want them anymore. I've been eating healthy salads for a month. I want meat. I want rich, juicy, meaty, sinewy, savory, sizzling meat.
10 tambahin 30. Antri.
Wait.
Gua punya stok 110.
It smells so good.
Buat gajah.
That's meat.
8 hari lagi. Masih lama.
Where's that smell coming from?
Voyager. Aku mau Voyager.
I do smell something good as well.
Iya, 110. Gue punya 110 gacha, gue baru gacha 30 kali.
I'll take a look.
Wait, Regulus!
116
The critter's lair is over there!
Critters? No worries. Critter is a type of meat. Roast it over fire and a square meal is here. Smells so good. It's over here.
Tersesat.
Oh no, what can I do? Father said some critters could cause hallucination and diarrhea if eaten.
What's going on, Miss Sotheby? Why are you here walking around alone? Where is Captain?
Oh, good to see you here. Regulus said she smelled meat and went straight to the forest to catch critters.
Waffle. It has been too long since we last had Dr. Pepper. Does Captain finally start to have a senior moment?
Let's hurry over and take a look. The smell of food is unusual. It's verdant over there. There may well be other dangers lurking somewhere.
This is weird. Where on earth does the smell come from? Blimey! It's a carbuncle! Regulus, it's not edible!
That's the lair of carbuncles. They've been stirred up.
Whoa! A bumper harvest of critters! Come and help!
Hold on, Captain. We're coming.
Oi. Bebas, padangnya nggak apa-apa. Padangnya nggak apa-apa. Iya.
This trial is mine to judge.
Mati. Emang.
I believe in you.
Fine.
An eye for an eye.
So long lives this, and this gives power to thee.
Oh.
Pay for thy sins with thy blood.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
A tooth for a tooth.
Headset.
A little trick.
Enggak, orang.
Noble or lowly.
Don't blink. Haven't you eaten? She.
An eye for an
My
eye.
sword sharp.
Itu sekarat, kenapa nggak langsung mati ya sih?
Noble or lowly.
I know them, and this is an alien city. Sempre caro mi fu quest'ermo cole.
Sempre caro sinete pecore.
Depict the world I have never seen before.
A tooth for a tooth. An eye for an eye.
Each moment, now night.
Feeleth pain and knoweth regret.
I believe in you.
Off thou go.
Belum bisa bikin.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
So long lives this, and this gives power to thee.
Thou shalt make an atonement for thy sins. In full.
Don't blink.
MVP terbaik di Valor tuh apa?
She.
Emang ada MVP di Valor? Nggak ada ya?
Toprek.
Toprek ada ya?
Ya match MVP.
ВДВ. Сколько побед? Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
Wow.
An eye for an eye.
Swallow my exhaust.
Anjing gue diabsenin sama si Bang.
Don't blink.
Pay for thy sins with thy blood. A tooth for a tooth. An eye for an eye.
My sword sharp.
A
I
tooth for
believe
a
in you.
tooth.
Sempre caro mi fu quest'ermo cole.
Feeleth pain and knoweth regret.
Seria sereno intenso ad infinito. My sword sharp.
Apa?
Aman bos habis ini.
Fine. Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
So long lives this, and this gives power to thee.
Don't blink. Oh.
Meninggal.
Haven't you eaten?
Semua meninggal.
Oh.
Jokes banget.
Bos.
Yo Bayu.
Ini pakai kaca bekas. What the hell? Oh my God.
Oh 6.
Jus kuaci, what the fuck. Jing kuaci dijadiin jus
Oh udah
anjing.
no.
What the fuck.
Aduh, sudah tidak bisa lanjut ya guys ya. Jadi mending dihabisin buat resource. Betul tidak? Betul.
Speak.
I'm not good at dealing with visitors. It reminds me of something bad.
Just as what's been practiced countless times.
This trial.
And let you
A tooth for a
I
tooth.
hear something. Oh?
Pay for thy sins with thy blood. An eye for a tooth for a tooth.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
Feel it pain and know with regret.
Right win.
Whose heart is beating so loud?
An eye for an eye.
Don't be so furious.
A little trick.
Resistance is futile.
I hear something.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
Wah, Anjay Tegar membuat pulau. Bang, review pulauku, Bang.
Sabar bang.
ВДВ. Сколько побед?
Whose heart is beating so
ВДВ.
loud?
Сколько
A tooth
побед?
for a tooth.
Oh?
Swallow my exhaust.
Noble or lowly, sin shall be punished.
Off thou go.
We should listen to what people say.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
Thou shalt make an atonement for thy sins in full.
Udah bisa tinggal di auto.
Losing troops.
This trial is mine to judge. A tooth for a tooth.
Wanna watch the aerial
Whose heart
An
is
eye
beating?
for an eye.
I hear something.
Don't be so furious.
Pay for thy sins with thy blood.
Agents have guns. It's called common sense.
Pelan emang tidak. Wow.
Apa aku nge-stuck di 19? 20 po, 20.
A tooth for a tooth.
Whose heart is beating so loud?
Santai. Santai.
Mengutamakan air dulu ya guys ya.
Noble or lowly, sin shall be punished.
I hear something.
A tooth for a tooth.
Oh?
Feel it pain and know with regret.
Wah, mati.
Resistance is futile.
May the peace be with us.
An eye for an eye. A tooth for a tooth.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
Noble or lowly, sin shall be punished.
Right win.
Off thou go. A tooth for a tooth. Off thou go.
I believe in you.
A tooth off thou go. The law.
Power to thee.
Thou shalt make an atonement for thy sins in full.
Yang kena silent.
I believe in you.
A tooth for a tooth.
Akhirnya habis, Lek.
Fine.
Sempre caro mi fu quest'erbo cole.
The law is above all else.
A sword
An
sharp.
eye for an eye.
I believe in you. I know the moon, and this is an alien city.
Pay for thy sins with thy blood.
I know the moon, and this is an alien city.
Wanna watch the aerial
Tenang
stunts?
aja, di gua juga ada keanehan.
A tooth for a tooth.
Fine.
Aneh.
A little trick.
A sword sharp.
Whatever.
Depict the world I have never seen before. Premia sereno intenso ad infinito.
Swallow my exhaust.
Each moment, now night.
Fine. Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
An eye for an eye.
Oh. Gee, a little trick.
Menang.
Using troops.
This trial is mine.
Talking out.
Feel it pain and know it regret.
It's called common sense.
Haven't you eaten? Pay for thy sins with thy blood. The law is above all else. Haven't you eaten?
Oh?
Pay for thy sins with thy blood.
Retreat! I can't make the call. May the peace be with us.
The law. Pay for thy.
Oh iya, aku masih stream YouTube ya.
Emang masih.
Anjing, aku lihatnya stream
sadar.
Discord. Iya. Kalau nggak salah udah cukup deh buat
I'm not good at dealing with visitors. It reminds me of
oh
something.
nggak, masih banyak.
There is much to be done today. I will be on my way after greeting you.
Ngantuk. Bikin bubuk. So it will. Aduh. Kalau bisa jangan ada yang bolong ya.
Lihatlah pulau diriku.
Air laut.
Cara taruh itunya gue mana ya?
Apa? Cara apa?
Ada kan pas itu kemarin itu apa monumen lah nggak tahu anjing.
Building tuh, building tuh. Di air itu, di air.
Ya. Energi gue habis guys. Ya udah, terima kasih. Itu aja closing. Mentornya nggak ada jadi nggak lama ya.
Nggak bisa. Di air lah anjir.
Nah gitu ya, terima kasih. Yoi.